Now shifting focus to India's smartphone market, which is fiercely competitive, mobile phone manufacturer HMD believes that AI and human-first innovation can help it stand out. On this edition of Big Business Bet, WION speaks to Ravi Kunwar. He's the CEO and VP, India and APAC HMD, about the company's India strategy, competitive bets, and a lot more. Let's take a look.
From bringing Nokia phones back to building its own identity, HMD is entering a new phase. The company is betting on affordable 5G, made-in-India manufacturing, localized AI, and even feature phones at a time when the smartphone market is exploding. So what's HMD's big business bet? Let's find out from Mr. Ravi Kunwar, CEO and VP, India and APAC, HMD, on this edition of Big Business Bet. Hi, sir. Thank you so much for joining me on WION today.
Thank you, Kanishka, for having me on the show.
Right. You know, for years, we have seen HMD being associated with Nokia, but now you're trying to build HMD itself as a brand. How easy or challenging has the transition been, and how would you now want customers to know you as?
Yeah. So, interesting fact that this is our 10th year of operation in India as HMD. We would be, this December, be celebrating our 10th year. And so far, we've been associated as a house for Nokia phones, home for Nokia phones. And Nokia is an iconic brand. Everyone knows about it. And we continue to bring that Nokia experience across to the consumers. But then equally, beginning of this year and towards end of last year, we launched HMD as a brand. And that brand was more towards Gen Z and millennials and the youth for today. And it is all about the future of technology. AI will not be restricted just to smartphones, and we had previously announced even on a feature phone which is, let's say, 1,000 rupees or a 1,500 proposition, this AI needs to be enabled so that the digital economy, what we are talking about, goes to mass. In last 3 to 4 years, the feature phone market in India has grown. If I was to quote a number, it's anywhere between 55 to 60 million handsets a year, which is a huge number, purely from a volume, considering that smartphone volume is close to 150 million odd. Now, it's a big purpose which it serves as far as India is concerned. First one is the affordability angle. Not many consumers in India can afford a 10,000 or a 20,000 rupees smartphone, but they still need to be digitally connected. And that's where feature phone plays an important part. You go to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 towns and beyond, especially in our villages, that's the form of digital connectivity which the consumers use. If you look at markets close to where we are, let's say in a metro city, there are multiple use cases. There's something called digital detox. There's an overdose of smartphone usage. And probably on weekends, I don't want to be connected to the social world. And that's where feature phone comes into a strong play.